science, we are going to learn organ system that help us move. Children, there are three organ systems that help us move. Number one is the skeletal system, the bones in our body. Children, do you know that bones also grow? That is how we gain height. Bones also need food and oxygen. It is carried to them by blood vessels running through them. The functions of the skeletal system are: it is the framework of our body. It gives shape and support to our body. It protects the soft organs of our body. It helps us to move. Children, now let's learn the different parts of the skeletal system. Number one is the skull. The bones of the head and face form the skull. They are the hardest of all bones. The skull protects the brain. The skull has 21 bones in all. Number two is rib cage. 12 pairs of strong but flexible ribs form the rib cage. The first 10 pairs are joined to the breastbone. The last 2 pairs are joined to the spine. The rib cage protects the heart and the lungs. Number 3 is spine. The spine or backbone is joined to the skull. It has many small bones which are joined together to make it work like a spring. Children, a bone of the spine is called vertebra, and all the bones of the spine are together called vertebrae. The vertebrae helps us to move backward and forward and also sideways. Number 4 is limbs. Children, the bones of arms and legs are together called limbs. Let's learn bones of arms. The upper arm has one long bone whose one end is attached to the shoulder bone and the other end is joined to the 2 bones of the forearm at the elbow. The shoulder bone is attached to the breastbone by the collar bone. There are many small bones in the wrist, palm and fingers. Some bones of the wrist are attached to the forearm and others to the palm. The bones of the palm are attached to the bones of the fingers. Bones of legs. There is one long bone in the thigh known as femur. One end of the femur fits into the hip bone and the other end of femur is attached to 2 bones of the lower leg at the knee. The 2 bones of the lower leg, tibia and fibula, are joined to the ankle. The ankle bones are joined to the foot. The bones of the foot are joined to the bones of the toes. Children, the point where 2 or more bones come together or join is called a joint. The joints actually help us to move. For example, without the elbow joint, we will not be able to bend our arm. Without the knee joint and other joints of the leg, we will not be able to walk or run. Children, joints can be of the following types. Number 1 is ball and socket joint. In this type of joint, one end of the bone is shaped like a ball. The ball-shaped joint fits into a bowl like socket of the other bone. This joint allows the body part to move freely in any direction. Examples of ball and socket joint are the shoulder joint and the hip joint. Number 2 type of joint is hinge joint. This joint works like a pocket knife or the hinges of a door. It allows parts of the body to move back and forth. Examples of hinge joint are elbow joint, knee joint, and toes and finger joints. Children, the second organ system that help us to move is the muscular system. Muscles are fleshy bundle of elastic material. The muscles contract and pull bones to make different body parts move. Children, muscles usually work in pairs. Usually, when one muscle of a pair stretches, the other contracts. There are more than 600 muscles in our body. Some muscles are attached to the bones by cord-like things called tendons. The walls of our heart, stomach, windpipe, and food pipe also has muscles, but they are not smile, raise eyebrows, etc. Children, muscles can be of the following types. Number 1 is voluntary muscles. The muscles which we can move when we want to are called voluntary muscles. For example, arms, legs, etc. Number 2 is involuntary muscles. The muscles which are not in our control are called involuntary muscles. For example, heart, eyes, stomach, etc. Children, number 3rd organ system is the nervous system. Nervous system consists of brain. It is the control center of all our body. It weighs about 1 kg. It receives messages from all the sense organs like eyes, ears, nose, etc. and sends them to the muscles, telling them what to do. It also tells our internal organs how to work. Nerves. Children, nerves are like long thin wires. Like telephone wires, they carry messages between the brain and other parts of the body. Next is the spinal cord. It is the bunch of nerves which runs right through the center of the spine or backbone. It is protected by the spine. It is connected to different parts of the body by nerves. It acts as a small brain. It tells the body what to do when we need to do something quickly. Children, we must always stay fit. Following are a few ways which can help us stay fit. We must exercise, as exercise makes our bones strong and makes the muscles and joints move better. Exercise helps in breathing and circulation of blood. Exercise helps to lose weight. We must keep our back straight while standing, sitting or walking, or else we can get backaches, pain in the neck or a stoop. We must have an arc in our foot as it helps us to walk and run.